Hey guys, can you listen me?
Yes.
That's good. Which was the weekend, guys? Are you prepared for this week? For this and this Monday? Speaking in English. So, yes, no one else will join. It's just us. Before I start, let me see. Cauê, is it your first time here on TNT or it is the first time here with me?
Hi, good evening. It's my first time with you. It's my third day on TNT.
That's really good. So welcome. Could you introduce yourself? Just
Sure.
really quickly.
I'm Cauê. I'm 27 years old. I'm a programmer. I am from Santa Catarina, and I'm here to try to lose my English shyness or something like that.
That's really good. And how did you found TNT? It was a friend? Did you saw on LinkedIn, Instagram?
A friend told me about it.
That's really good. And Márcio Oliveira, is it your first time here on TNT or is the same as Cauê? It's the first time with me.
Good evening. The same Cauê. The first time to you.
That's really good. And how did you first? Could you present yourself and say how did you found TNT? If it was a friend too or LinkedIn?
Oh, I'm from São Paulo. I live in Guarulhos, near of the airport. And I know TNT after I see a post in Twitter.
That's really good.
Yeah, I don't remember who posted this information, but I see in Twitter.
That's really good. Yeah, we have some people that comes from Twitter, but it's really rare, you know. Normally people comes from LinkedIn or friends, just like Cauê. I came because of one friend of mine. She's not joining anymore on the meetings, but she used to come to English and after Spanish meetings, and sometimes French too, but I hope she come back. And now let me present myself. My name is Wellington, but you guys can call me Well. I'm a host here on TNT for about 2 years and some months. I'm living in Rio, but I was born in Salvador. I just joined TNT, I guess, because for the same reasons that most of you guys, to practice, and I was preparing myself to apply to some consultant in companies. And the first time that I found out TNT and I joined, I just stayed for too long. I could not let here because it was not just studying and improving my English, but also reinforce some skills and making network connections and talking to people. That is something that I really like. And I guess this is all about me. As everyone here already knows about TNT, Márcio and Herbert, Márcio Nunes and Herbert are always here with me on Mondays at this time. I will send here the questions and say a little bit about the topic. The topic is the first try. On those 2 years that I have been here, I have brought some topics like relate to that, but in different perspectives. I have brought talking about being afraid, about trying adventurous things, about learning something new. And this time, I would like to be more general on this topic, because I guess it's something really good to redo and remember ourselves on what do we want for the future. if you are living in a routine, if we had break this routine, if we want to try something different, but we don't have courage enough, but sometimes just by talking this or listening to the others, this really help. And sometimes you can just discover something that you want to try to do and someone are doing, and you will know how give the first step on this. But before, I would like to Márcio Nunes to introduce himself to the others. Okay.
So, good evening, everyone. My name is Marcio Nunes. I live from my city called Linhares in the state of Espírito Santo. I'm 44 years old. I'm married. I live with my wife and my son. I started studying English since 2018. I started through the traditional school Wizard. Now I study through the and practice my speaking with us TNT. I'm happy to participate this meeting this night. That's it.
Thanks, Márcio. It's always a pleasure to have you here. And you, Herbert, could you introduce yourself really quickly?
Okay. I'm Herbert. I'm 27 years old. I'm from São Paulo. I live in São Paulo, capital. And at the moment, I work in a consulting company in financial department. Almost 1 year of company. Here to develop my English, especially speaking skills.
That's really good.
On TNT, I think last year.
Yeah, it's been a long time that you have been here. And you, Victoria, welcome. Is it your first time here or the first time with me?
No, for both.
Yeah, just by name, I don't remember you. But okay, could you introduce yourself to the
Yeah.
others here on the room?
Of course. I believe we just met one time when I was traveling with Rufino. We are just retreating, you know?
Yeah. I remember now.
So I'm Victoria. I am 24 years old. I live in Rio. I'm a nursing student. And unfortunately, I don't have a hobby to talk about it.
Okay, but you have traveled right recently to United States. Now remember.
Yeah.
That's really good. I will send here the questions again. And let me see. I will start with Kawe. The second question, do you like to try different things? How is it for you,
Yes.
Kawe?
I'm really curious about everything, and it's why I chose my profession. I like to build things and create new things and break things. So yeah, I really like to try new things.
That's really good. And Habit, how is it for you? Do you like to try different things, and why? For yes or no?
I think it depends on the different things, depending the situation. But I think it's important to try different things in depending on the situation, like trying to new food or new restaurants, try to create a new habit. So, and there's to go different places. And I always do this, but depending on the situation, I like to try new things. I
That's
like
very good.
I like the routine.
Yeah, you are more likely to do different things when it's about food, places, like having some fun. Yeah,
Depends. Depends sometimes. Depends with the humor when depends. Oh, I don't know. Depends the situation. Not
I
a
got it.
rule.
And you, Márcio Oliveira. I have to say the completely name because we have two Márcios here.
Oh, okay. I think that in the past I tried more different things, but nowadays my different things are food, drink, or the place for visit.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
And Nunes, I will call just for the last name. That will be easier to me. Nunes and Oliveira. Okay, guys.
Okay, no problem. In my case, I like to try different things. Man, food, another co-worker said. I like to travel different places. I like to visit different places, man, restaurants. But uh, I like to try different things.
That's really good. And you, Victoria?
So I believe I'm like Herbert, like it depends on the thing, because sometimes it's something that can hurt me. So hurt me in a different way, like not bloody and something like that, but I don't know. I'm a little afraid, so sometimes I like to try something new, but sometimes I'm really avoid it.
Yeah, I got it. I am the person that really likes to try different things, in different areas of my life. Sometimes my mood is just not to try. I'm ready, I don't know, I just don't. And I do things on like in routine, but normally I don't like routine. I don't like to even know the time that I will wake up, but it's necessary. When you work, you have to work at least at a certain time. But I really like to try random and different things, foods, music, places, um, the way the way that I do some stuffs in the work. I guess is really good. And um, let me see. Nunes, do you remember when were the last time that you tried something new, and what was this thing?
So this question, I think about it. I remember about a food because is recently. Uh, another day, I came to try one feijoada, but this different feijoada because inside you have forgot this word in English, banana da terra, milho, and dobradinha.
My gosh.
This food very very different, not traditional, but I try. I like this moment. The cookie very very well, but I like the traditional feijoada. But this experience for me a little different. I like this moment, that moment. I can to try the new food.
That's really good. And you, Victoria, do you remember when was the last time and what you did?
Yeah, unfortunately I did it. It was one of the things that I did it, but I hated. Like I had to pass 2 weeks far from my husband, so it was really awful. And I have never did it before. I've never done it before. So I don't know. It was really strange and terrible. And of course, I've never do it again.
Yeah, got it. Just check to this not happen again. Okay.
As of course.
And do you have it? Do you remember what was and when was?
Uh, I, I don't know. I don't remember.
So it's been a long time.
Something new. Something new, I don't remember. If I try some place, different place or any food, I don't know. Don't remember.
Just try to think about. If you remember, just hang out your hand. Then I went back to you. Okay.
Okay.
And you, Kawe?
Yeah, the last thing new I tried, I joined a TNT like a week ago. I have been afraid to speak in English. I worked for the last 2.5 years for a overseas company, but we only communicate by text, so we never talk in English. So I was kind of afraid to join, but it has been great so far.
Yeah, really good. You know, I used to say on the beginnings that on TNT we have just two rules. Not say sorry for your mistakes because it's part of the process, and respect the others. And here, talking about this of committing mistakes, it's something really normal, and we realize again that it's part of the process of learning. But I know it's really difficult. You start to talk with someone, mainly when it's a lot of strangers together. That is this on TNT. You have to be really courage to start, really brave. But once you try the first, you just stay. Yeah. And you, Oliveira,
Excuse me about the number 3.
Yeah, number 3. When
Number
were the
3?
last time that you tried something new? And
Okay.
what was this?
It wasn't something new, but it was out of my routine. I participate in a dance class at SESC, a street dance called the Loki,
Really good.
and the last Saturday.
My gosh. But have you ever tried or joined on these classes before?
No. I danced in the past, but in the gym. But it's the different, the kind of the class.
Yeah,
The-
totally different.
Yeah, it's different because the teachers know the street dance, and that's I think he's, how I say, he's a professional about this kind of the dance.
That's really good.
Yeah,
Impressive.
I like.
And to me, I guess the last different thing that I tried, it was about food too. I went to a different restaurant near to my house. Every day that I leave the gym, I saw the restaurant. So I was, oh my gosh, it's just in front of me. I should go here, but I think it is expensive. And if the food is not good, it's not okay. And I was admiring. Then I just went, and it was really good, and it wasn't too expensive. So it is worth it. And guys, I will skip to the question number 9 because I guess it's a really good question, and then I will went back to other questions. when, I don't know if you guys have ever realized it or stopped to see this, but kids, they are used to try to do things in different things and not worry for mistakes or judgment because it's the first time they don't have so much experience. Why do we lose that when we grow? What do you think? And how can we keep this kid inside on us? Let me see. I will start with Victoria.
Okay, so why we lose it? I believe it's because adults are destroying our minds and then this happened. So I believe it's all for the first part, but the second part, I don't know, maybe having a kid, like since I'm turning a mom, it's just crazy because I started to think about it, okay, why when a person comes to my home, I just drop something like a glass or I don't know. I just, oh my God, let me help you. And when it's the kid, we just say, oh my God, what are you doing? Why you do it? So, I believe this action did it, do it. So I don't know. I just trying to not do it with my son. And I believe when I do it, my mind changed too. And change this part, the part of this kid side. My kid side return to me. I don't know. I believe in it.
Very good. And I will keep with the fathers that I know that Nunes have 2 kids, yeah?
Sorry,
And
can you repeat, please?
no, I will keep to Nunes because he's a father. He have 2 kids too, so I'm willing to have his opinion about this.
Oh, the question is very, very interesting because nowadays I use the strategy about my learning English. I study during 5 years. And nowadays I continue to study, but I practice a lot. I use the strategy and not to worry about mistakes and julgament because I intend improving more. But I said I continue studying nowadays a little. In my case, I'm a father. I have my son. I talk about several subjects. About English, I study with you in some moments. We use the strategy this question. But in another question in our life is very, very difficult not to worry about mistakes in judgment because men in the work this moment the worry inside the work because the how say about the place need more attention and complicated the and mistakes and judgment. But I like to use the strategy about learning English in my case. That's it.
That's really good, Marcio. Thanks. And for you, Kawe?
I think we lose this kid side because of some repression for parents or society, and a way to keep it alive inside us is, I don't know, just don't care about what other people think and do some things by impulse, like, I don't know, I want to eat ice cream right now, just go out 99 9 p.m. and go eat ice cream. Just be yourself.
Got it. Thanks. And you, Herbert, what do you think?
What question? Sorry, what for?
Question number 9.
9, okay. I think maybe kids don't have the conscience about relationship, the thoughts of the human. They just do it. They do without thinking. And so they don't worry about mistaken judgment. They don't have the conscience about the consequence. Sometimes it's good, sometimes bad, but they don't know the consequence of when they do something without judgment. And we lose when we grow because sometimes we have more conscience. The consequence that we have, in some cases, good, like when you want to do a dangerous thing, you have a conscience that's dangerous, so in this case you'll be careful. But sometimes it's best to lose this thing because we think a lot and we don't act. For example, to talk with a new person.
Yeah.
Like I want to talk new person, but we think just negative things. But not necessary. These bad things are really bad.
Totally agree with you. And you, Oliveira, what do you think about this question? About these 2 points?
Okay. Key word for me is judgment. For example, children don't care about judgment, and almost everything for children is fun. And I'm sure most adults are preoccupied with the judgment and takes the opinion of the others very serious. For example, I think it's very important for you what the opinion, not your opinion about what you do, but the opinion of the other people's, for example, about what you do, for example. I think that's it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Because it's that point that kids don't worry about these things, about judgments. They don't have past experience to see, and think that it's not to think, but to relate to a situation. And I guess when we grow and we pass through a lot of situations, we have more experience that we compare. It's something like Herbert say. We avoid to try something that can hurt ourselves, that can be dangerous, because we have this experience, we have this notion. And when we are kids, we just don't. We will learn this by someone explaining to us or passing through this. And while this doesn't happen, we are exposed to those kind of things. And when back in doing different things, how do you feel when you learn something new? How is it for you, Herbert? What is the sensation of learning something different in you?
Um, true. I think some feeling like one, it's a little bit of strange. It's comfortable, because the new it's comfortable. And the beginning, like when you are trying to know a new person, or are you, for example, travel to a place that you never visited? So it's the comfort, the sensation of comfort is very common. But the other thing is to learn something new, like to have experience, to try know the culture. Like if you are traveling, you can new try to know a new culture. You spend your knowledge, creativity. So I think these two feelings.
I got it. And for you, Nunes, how do you feel when you learn something new?
I feel very well because I like it to learn new things. Nowadays, I'm student administration. I'm always new things every day about study English. I follow several influences in the Instagram and YouTube because I like to learn new words, new pronunciation. In the another things I like to learn about food because I like to cook for my family. I like to try new things in my house. In my case, I like to learn new things.
That's really good. And you, Oliveira,
I feel fulfilled, happy with myself, confident. The possibility that you learn something new is good. Uh, it's, it's different, but it's very good. I like it.
and for you, Kawe, how is this feeling?
When it's something positive, it's a feeling of joy that I'm really confident about. I can do anything, but when it's something bad, at least it's a feeling of, okay, this will be a story one day.
Yeah.
And yeah,
That's it. Yeah, you brought a good point. This will be a story when it's something really bad. Everybody has a story that wish that have never. Yeah. And for you, Victoria, how is this feeling of learning something new?
Okay, it's really strange, even if it's good because it's something new. I don't know about it. When something new is happening, I just Google it or something like that to know more about it. I don't know. I don't like the feeling because I'm really afraid of it, you know. But I like it. It's something that I avoid, but I like. I don't know. It's strange, but it's good.
I guess I feel like Kawe and Oliveira say joy and fulfilled because it's something different, sometimes a little bit afraid, as also have I say, because the new it's always strange, as it's sometimes uncomfortable at the beginning, but then you get used it and just forget about this. And as we, I guess we agree here that sometimes the new is uncomfortable. It's these make you feel afraid, have you ever avoid doing something because you are afraid of committing a mistake? Do you guys remember something that you avoid? I guess I can start saying, I remember I have done dance classes a long time ago. Recently, I'm not doing anymore, but I was avoiding to do because I didn't know how to dance. But the purpose of doing a class is to learn. But even though I was avoiding this, but when I started, it was the best thing that I have done in my life. You know, I should start this before. I don't know if you guys have these on your life that you have done after or just regret. How is it for you, Kawe?
Yeah, I had my driver's license, but I wouldn't drive because I don't like parallel parking. And so it's a small thing, but I was really uncomfortable doing it. I was always afraid I will scratch another car or I don't know, hit the curb. But today it's okay. It's something automatic.
Yeah, I remember the first time that I had to park on the shopping mall. I just beat my car on the, my gosh, I forget the word villa in English, because we are trained to park just the way that you have to do to take the license, and the shopping mall is completely different. So I was, oh my gosh, I have to watch a lot of videos on YouTube before to learn and practice a little. And even doing this, I beat my car.
Yeah, I was going to empty streets at night just to park.
Yeah.
People probably thought I was some creep.
Yeah, probably. I just went really early at my job because there was no car there and I could, park with tranquility. And let me see, Victoria, have you ever avoided doing something because you were afraid of committing a mistake?
No, I never avoid because always I think, okay, it's going to be something really awful and going really wrong. So it's okay. It's the part of the life. So yeah, I know it's a negative thought, but I do it every time. And when it's just past, I think, oh, okay, it was good. So yeah, I don't know. I never avoid.
That's very good. I don't think it's something negative. It's a way of seeing those things. And you try, even though it's uncomfortable and difficult.
Yeah.
And you, Oliveira, have ever avoided doing something?
That I remember a long time ago, I have a possibility that visit and city the name Cologne in German, but I wasn't in England, but I didn't go because my friends stay in England and I don't go alone. I didn't go alone for the Cologne, but I think it was afraid. But I commit a mistake. I think I lost this possibility.
But now
Yeah.
if you have this possibility again, depending on the
Yeah,
circumstances of your life, you will do that. So
Yeah,
you have learned something.
yeah, I learned with this episode.
Yeah, that is the point. If we learn, we will not commit a mistake again.
Yeah.
Or it's less likely to commit this mistake again. Yeah, and you have it.
I think situation that's afraid, it's public speaking, public presentation. So in situation that's a meeting or like that, it's complicated. That you can make a mistake. You need to have a good
Yeah.
communication. So that's a situation that
You are totally right. It's really stressful, and I don't know. I would describe as stressful situation because you have to keep in mind to do everything right because it's really important. And for you, Nunes,
So, in my case, I don't say about afraid. I like to study before because nowadays I need to fix some things at my house. I like to think is I forgot this word in English, but electricity.
electricity. Yeah.
Yes, I like to study before because I don't committing a mistake because it's very, very dangerous. Dangerous. I like to study before. And about avoid, I remember some situations in the work because the work the care is depends the situation. Herbert said about the presentation is very, very complicated when you are not well prepared. I had one situation about habit set. In my case, I like to study before because I avoid committing a mistake.
And let me see. I will go to the question number 7. What was the most radical thing that you have ever done? Herbert, do you remember what was the most radical thing that you have ever done?
radical think I don't know. I don't remember radical.
Can be something that's considered, don't need to be like, oh my gosh, driving a car really fast, but something that is completely away of your routine, that is really challenging for you. Instead of radical thinking, challenging.
I can't remember now because I didn't think do things radical, consider radical.
You're a person that like prefer to be on safe places. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. And you, Oliveira?
Uh, and I have already jumped bungee jumping one day.
My gosh, that's really impressive and radical. Where did you do that? It was in the city that you live?
It's not my style adventure, but I think was an impulsive.
Yeah.
It's different. I like it too. How
That's
was
really
it?
good.
Adrenalina?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I think it's adrenaline.
Adrenaline, yeah.
Yeah, it's adrenaline.
Adrenaline. It's good.
That's radical. And you, Victoria?
Okay, I have a lot of things that I did it, but there is one is the most radical, that is become a mom. I believe this one, the most one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really. You know. And Cauê,
I think it was going over 200 kilometers in a car in a racetrack. I almost threw up,
oh my
but
gosh,
it was really cool.
it was in a closed space? Or
Yeah. It was a racetrack.
I have done, but it was in a cart. But I guess it's more dangerous because a cart is really small and you don't have so many protection. And I was like 8 kilometers. Yeah, 8 kilometers per hour. I could be on the line, you know, when it was in the straight line. Oh my gosh, it was really
Yeah, it
dangerous.
was. I never ride a kart because I'm really tall. I almost 2 meters, so I don't think even I fit in one. But someday maybe.
Yeah, believe me, you fit. There is some cards to adults, you fit on them. I have done with some people that was really tall, and not just tall, they were big too, and they fitted on the card. You
Good to
sometimes
know.
just lose a little bit because you cannot be so fast, but it's part. And Gio Nunes.
In my case, I remember now, I participated last year one course, the name Route. I intend to get a new job in the petroleum platform. The course about, I forgot say English, escape de aeronave. The course, I think, radical because the simulation one, I forgot, queda de aeronave, the simulation inside the swimming pool, where I need escape the helicopter. This moment I had a little afraid, but I participated. I think most radical the practice, the course.
Yeah, it's something really. At least it was a simulation. It wasn't a real one. Okay, that's good. And to close, guys, I will go to the last question. And I guess this can be something to think about or evolving during this process of learning. If you could went back on past and give yourself one advice about studying English, which one would be? Who would you like to start? Are you guys thinking about?
I think I would say to myself, start as soon as possible and don't be afraid to do mistakes.
That's really good.
In my
Go on.
In my case, I would like to talk about practice more. I studied during 3 years inside the traditional school research, but I practice a little. My advice, practice more.
That's really good. Herbert, which advice would you give to yourself
I
about
think
studying English?
practicing the colleague mentioned, practicing every day, making English be part of your life is very important.
Really good. Victoria,
So I believe there is only one thing that when I just finished the course, don't stop it to practice it, because I just stopped practicing during, I don't know, some years. And I just think, okay, I just finished the course. Is everything okay? Now I know English. And no, it's not that way. So when I just hearing talk, I knew like, okay, it's everything different. It's not like the curse. It's really different. It's more live, it's more contact. It's really different. And I believe if I knew talk before, it would be different and maybe my English would be better. So just continuing, not don't. So just continuing to practicing. Don't stop it.
yeah, really good advice. And you, Oliveira, to close.
I didn't buy my first car, use the money to travel abroad and study English.
Yeah, it's a good advice too. I guess just like you guys, I would say to myself, start as soon as possible. Don't be afraid of committing mistakes. Practice. Speak, and speak is the most important part of all the process in English, because in the end you need to speak to communicate with the others. Don't worry to mistakes. And something that I really regret, you should went to the exchange even though you didn't have the level that you thought it was okay, to be abroad. I guess we can learn in a really challenge space that is you cannot communicate, so you'll have to learn. And guys, with those advices that I hope that we are practicing today is not just something from the past, but something also to the future. I would like you guys to answer the survey here about this meeting. Invite you guys to the meeting that we're gonna have after here with Edida, and it's about selfish and let me see, it was selfishness and oh my gosh, let me just choose here. Here, selfishness and helping people. As you guys are from Pro, you don't need to schedule. You can find the link on Planner and just join on her meeting. And reminding you guys that next week we have more meeting at 9 p.m. here with me. I will just not be here if it's not possible, but someone will be replacing me. And it's always a pleasure to be here on TNT, talking in English about different topics and discussing and sharing ideas. I hope you guys a good night